Hi, this is Julie from designsbyjuju.com, and in this video I am going to show you how to manage and use and customize our stacked monogram embroidery font using Embrilliance Software. The great thing that I love about Embrilliance is that you can use our BX format to type out your fonts and monograms for ease of use. It is important to note that you do not have to own Embrilliance in order to use our stacked monogram, but you would need to import into your embroidery editing software each letter, which is an individual stitch file, separately, and then manipulate them. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to show you how to use our BX stacked monogram and how easy it is to move it around and do a little bit of color sorting and get on to stitching. So I am going to be creating my monogram, which is J-E-T, Julie Elizabeth Trieb. And the way that our stacked font was created was when you type in a capital, you're going to get the large letter. And when you type in the lowercase, you're going to get the smaller letters. So let's get started. I'm going to create a new design here, and I'm going to activate my letters properties by clicking the letter A. And now you can see this ABC here in the middle of the screen. I'm going to come down to my properties pane, and I'm going to, in this box, type my monogram. I'm going to type it a little bit backwards because I want to show you a couple things in this video. So normally I would do lowercase j, lowercase e, and then a capital T. But I'm going to do my capital T, which is my last name, lowercase j, and lowercase e, and click Set. So there's my letters, and now I'm going to go down and I'm going to select the 2-inch stacked monogram right here. And as you can see, the lowercase are exactly half the height of the uppercase. And we created them that way because when you manipulate the lowercase letters directly on top of each other, they will line up perfectly with your uppercase letter. So I am using the grid background here in Embrilliance, and I'm going to use that to help me to align these letters exactly how I want. You can turn it on and off by going up to View, Draw Grid, turn it off, View, Draw Grid, turn it on. So I'm going to use a line here. I'm going to zoom in a little, and I'm going to use this line to start with, and I'm going to take my letter T. Now, if you activate your monogram, you see these little green boxes? Every time you click on one of those boxes, you can activate just that one letter and you can drag it around. So I'm going to bring this up and I'm going to set it so that the top matches this grid line. Now I want to activate again, and I'm going to select the J because the J is my first name and that's going to go on top. And I'm doing this backwards, and we're going to be moving these over here, but I just want to show you something for right now. I've moved this to this top line to match the letter T, and it's aligned perfectly with the top of the T. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to hold my control key, activate my T and activate my J. I'm going to drag these up till the bottom of the T is on a grid line, and then I am going to take my letter E and I am going to bring this right up to rest on the grid line with the matching the T, and the edges are matching this grid line that's going up and down. And I'm going to take and activate my J and move that over a smidge so that it is aligned there. So now I have my J directly on top of my E, and they are both aligned at the top of the T and the bottom of the T. Now this is great, except these want to be on the left. So all I'm going to do is select my J, holding my control key, and my E, and let's bring this over and place it where we would like to place it. And I'm going to place it just about there because I want to have kind of a squarish monogram. And let me get over here a little bit so we can bring this in. Now, I would like to change the colors because right now it's going to be stitching out. The way I typed it in was T, J, E. So it would go like to here and then jump up here and down here. I really wanted to stitch J-E-T. So let's separate. Right now everything's one color and it's in one object up here in your objects pane. But we're going to create 3 different colors here. So I'm going to select my J and I'm going to go over here and I'm going to change that to a pretty blue. All right. Now I'm going to take my E and I'm going to change that to a pretty purple. And let's take the T, select just the T, scroll up, find a pretty pink. All right, so now we have our monogram in 3 different colors, but it's still grouped. And I want to rearrange the sequence here. So I'm just going to activate my monogram, and I can color sort this by going up to Utility in the upper left side. Click that and color sort. And if I click New View, it's going to break this apart into your 3 color steps. So click New View. And now you see the little plus sign here. And if I expand that, I can see each individual letter. Now, right now it shows you that T would stitch first, then J, and then E. I want it to be J-E-T. So there's 2 ways I could take, and with my left click of my mouse, I could left click and hold it on my J and drag it up. 1, or I'm going to undo that, or I could just take it and I could move it to the first step. So I could right click and click move first, and that's just going to move it up. And now I want to I could do the same thing. I want my T to be last, so I could left click my T, hold and drag. Or let me undo that. I could simply right click and move last. So now I have it stitching letter J, letter E, and letter T. And there you have it. And now I am ready to take this to my machine and stitch out my monogram. I hope that you found this tutorial helpful. And if you have any questions, please drop us a line on our website by clicking on the help section of our navigation bar and contact us, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Have a great day.